Now it's time for Chewing the Fat with your host, Bevan Jones.
Well, g'day and welcome to another edition of Chewing the Fat. Bevo here today down at the Semaphore Palais, a beautiful Semaphore Palais, not so much today with the weather in the background of course, but it's great to be here anyways, and we're joined today by a man who's played 148 games for the South Adelaide Footy Club. He's a skipper of South Adelaide, also played with the Port Magpies as well. That is Matty Rose. Matty, great to have you in Chewing the Fat, mate.
Bevo, thanks for having me, good to be here.
I'll give a bit of a shout out firstly to Anytime Fitness down at Glenelg. Get on down there and see Ryan and the boys if you're looking for a great place to train and sign up for a membership. But what a story you've had so far in your career, mate. 148 games. You're South Adelaide skipper now. You started your footy with Port Adelaide and now you're down at South. But talk to us through your junior career and how you became a SANFL player.
Yeah, so it's all happened pretty quick. I grew up around this area, so I was born in Largs Bay, just around the corner there. Dad still lives there now. So just started playing footy from what I can remember. He'd take me and my brother down to Port Districts, just up the road, Port District Football Club. Started there in under 8s, played there right through to started playing for Port Magpies juniors, and then went through all the 13s, 14s, 15s there, and then was lucky enough to play 50 league games there, and then they obviously, when they joined with the Power, a few of us boys, Kirky, he's playing his 200th this week as well, and I know you've had him on the show before. Yeah. A few other boys as well, we all sort of decided to go our separate ways, and South was just the best fit, and this is now my 6th year there. It feels like I just went there the other day. It's all happened very quick, and yeah, now I'm honoured to be captain there and really enjoying my time.
Yeah, congratulations on that. Now let's talk about the season. It's amazing, the story of South Adelaide Footy Club, because you're sitting in the top 5 and looking pretty good at the moment, and it's been an unbelievable year. You've lost 3 ruckmen in the past 12 months. You've lost Hayden McLean and of course Michael Knoll to Sydney during the mid-season draft. We won't talk about that. And you've also lost Keegan Brooksby, one of the best ruckmen in the competition as well, to West Coast. So you've lost 3 ruckmen in the last 12 months, and you're still sitting in the top 5. Alex Colotto is now rucking, and you've got a young guy as well, McGree, down there.
Yeah.
What a story though for South Adelaide. Talk to us through the year so far.
Yeah, I think we all know big men are pretty hard to find, and when you're losing 3 of them in the space of 12 months, it's not ideal. Fantastic for those boys, for Keegan to get another chance at West Coast, and obviously for Big Nolly, who came over at the start of the year, and Hayden to get picked up and be given the opportunity to, I guess, live their dream and play AFL footy is fantastic. So also it hurts us a bit. It's been great for Cam McGree to get a game, and Alex Colotto's been fantastic since he's been in the ruck as well, and hopefully those boys can have a long AFL career. And yeah, for us, we're sitting 5th at the moment. It's pretty tight. We've got another cutthroat game tomorrow against the Eagles. But yeah, I suppose we've had a couple of draws. We lost to Nord by a couple of points. Just if we win those games, we're probably sitting in pretty inside the top 3. But yeah, we've lost a few, but I suppose every club loses a few, so you just got to deal with it and move on with the personnel you have.
And where do you see the improvement coming? What do you think needs to do to sort of take that next step into, really pushing for a double chance this year?
Yeah, it's just 4-quarter effort. I think we just haven't really. I don't think there's been too many games we put 4 quarters together. We know our best is definitely good enough. I mean, we've drawn with Glenelg, drawn with Crows, and we've beaten Glenelg as well. And they're flying at the moment, those 2 teams. So we know our best is good enough. It's just about consistently putting it together. And I suppose having the 21 contributors, we've debuted a lot of players this year, and they've stepped up, and now it's just about doing that consistently, I think. And
personally, you captained the state squad this year. Congratulations on that as well, mate. And that was an unbelievable victory. The first time since 2003, 16 years since you beat WA over there in WA and won by 7 points. That must have been a huge thrill, not only to captain the state side, but also win as well.
Yeah, so I was actually vice. I was vice with Daniel Pearce and Jack Stevens, the skirt player. He was captain, but either way, that was a huge honour. To go over to Perth was fantastic. I've only been there once before that, so it was great to play on Optus Stadium or Oval, whatever it's called. But it was great to get over there with the boys and meet some lads. And we obviously played WA last year over here, and they got us done. And I think it was 7 on the trot they had won. So to go over there and no one expected us to win. We took a team that was pretty quick. Obviously I'm not quick, but a lot of the other boys were quick. And yeah, our game plan and Kari and all the other coaches were fantastic, and yeah, we implemented our game plan, I thought, really well, and to get the win over there was fantastic and a great experience, and make some new mates.
I was about to say that because we all love the State of Origin. I think it's awesome. We saw obviously the New South Wales-Queensland rivalry. We know how good that is in the rugby, and I think it's a bit sad that the obviously there's still the SANFL rivalry, but not the same with the SA versus Vic in the AFL, VFL side of things these days. But you know, it must be a real thrill though, getting to play with the best guys from the state, and like I said, building up these friendships with guys that you play against each week.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, you know them from playing against them, a quick hello here and there, but to get away, and that was what I particularly enjoyed this year, because last year's game was in Adelaide, so you train with the boys and you have some fun after the game, but to go away for 2 nights to another state, you really get to know guys on a different level, and yeah, I'm all for it. I love it. I think we're playing WA now. I think we're the only 2 teams that have said they still want to be involved with it. So Victoria pulled out, I believe, so it's great to meet the WA boys as well, and yeah, it's friendships you make are fantastic in footy, and that's a lot of the reason why we play.
Yeah, let's hope going forward that it will still be going, because it's great to see, Rosie. Now let's have a bit of light-hearted fun here. I've heard a few stories from a few of the boys that you don't mind doing a few bicep curls before the games. Is this true, or?
Maybe if there's a photo shoot happening that night. The advertiser team photo, I'm always good for a few before. Well, you can't do legs, you don't want to pull up too sore, so you've got to do something. Biceps are just an easy one.
Yep, no, I like it. And you're a teacher down at Glenelg Primary School. Do you get around there and have a bit of a kick with the kids, and they give you a bit of a hard time if you played a bad game, or?
Most of my Glenelg fans, and Carl Nicholson, a player at Glenelg, he teaches a fair bit there as well, doing some relief work. I actually just had coffee with him this morning, so it is funny when we play Glenelg. All the kids want some tickets and they come and watch, and they're always calling out to you when they're on the field, but it's good fun, and yeah, they do get into me. One of them had a good laugh the other week when we drew with Glenelg, and it's good fun sharing that with them. I don't really enjoy kicking the footy too much during the week. I'm too scared of tearing a hamstring with them, but it's definitely good fun, and being sporty and involved, it's great getting them involved with that as well.
And I heard you're a bit of a man about town when it comes to ladies as well. Is this true, Matty, or?
Yeah, I heard Krabby say that I went on a date with my cousin, and I'm not sure where he got that from, but no, I've been pretty quiet. So, you know, just 27 now, so time to settle down and start to switch on, I think. Okay, so you give Tinder a bit of a crack, or? Nah, maybe the 21-year-old me, but I think that's died out a bit. I think Krabby's trying to live through me a little bit, that's why he's giving this. So.
All right, let me give you a chance to get them back now. In one word, how would you describe Brad Crabb, Alex Arucchio, Tom Fields, and also Joel Cross?
Yeah, well, Crossy actually wants to get on the show, so I said that you have to get him in.
Okay.
Chew the fat at some stage.
I like it, yep.
So Joel's a fantastic player. Playing against him, I always looked up to him, and now it's great getting along with him. He's a bit of a nerd, but a good nerd, so we have a really good relationship, and I love co-captaining with him. Fieldsy, he's sort of a bit like a daddy long legs, like he's got venom but he can't use it, sort of thing. But he's a good fella. I'm still in touch with him. He's a good Carlton man. He's always tagging me in Carlton posts when we lose, which is great. Arucchio, big man. He eats about 10 chickens a day. Unfortunately, he was in my group on footy trip, and he let me down big time. If footy trip was about eating chickens, he might have put in a better effort. But unfortunately, when he's getting on the beers, he's pretty useless. Krabby, yeah, Brad Crabb. I know he gave you some information on me that perhaps wasn't true with the cousin stuff, but he's actually a twin. They're saying he really loves the environment, so I know growing up he actually would shower with his brother until they were 18 just to help save water. So that's the kind of bloke he is, so you know, he's a real environmentalist, which is fantastic.
I like it. Oh, I can't wait to hear some of these stories back at you after this.
You got to get Krabby.
Okay, and just finally as well, the Australian Ninja Warriors going at the moment. Do you boys get around that? Is there anyone from the club you could see having a crack?
Gee, the big American that we were just talking about before, Rucci, if you see him, he's a very big boy.
Yep, he was on Twitter Fat last year as a regular.
Yeah, so he'd be one that would have been good. This year, Mal Carpenter's pretty fit, Liam Fit, Anthony Beamans, all these strong boys you don't want to run into. They'd be the good ones. It seems to be the ones who are not real big, that carry too much weight, but yeah, I'd be pretty keen to see Anthony Beamans get involved with it.
Yeah, I like it. And outside of footy, what are your interests as well as being a teacher, Matty?
Yeah, so with footy and teaching, it does take up a lot of time, but I enjoy just hanging out with mates, catching up for coffee. I enjoy travelling a bit, so I've got a couple of trips planned at the end of the year, just to go to New Zealand, just a little one this year. But I enjoy looking at other parts of the world, and yeah, just enjoying time with mates and family, and just basic stuff like that, really.
Well, terrific. It's been terrific coming on today, Matty, and thanks so much to Ellis Jellios for filming for us. Thanks to SANFL Palais for having us, 10 Time Fitness Glenelg as well. Mate, it's been really enjoyable to hear about your journey so far, and all the very best for the rest of the season.
Easy.
Matty Rose, thanks so much, mate.
No worries. Cheers.